Hello, beautiful mamas. Welcome back to Conscious Champagne Chat I was going to say 22, 42, number 42. Today, we're going to talk about the second shift to be it before you see it. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, go back to number 40. That's when we started our mini series inside of our Conscious Champagne Chat series on how to thrive at home and in the office, or how to thrive at home and in business. And so, if you are a highly ambitious woman, who wants to be the best in all she does, who wants to be a great mom, but also wants to create an impact in this world and really have a job that she loves and create an impact in that job, you find yourself very often like this. Being stretched to all sides, right? In all directions, because everybody wants something from you. And then often we feel just defeated. We feel overwhelmed, don't know where to start first. We feel like we can't do justice, to all of the people in the way we really want to. And so if you can relate to this, put a hashtag yes in the comments. So I know you're here. I know you hear me. I know, and I see you. And also really, this is not for me. This is for you guys to share that you are not alone. You will see that a lot of women do feel like this, right? We are really trying our best every day, but quite frankly, we actually don't really have the tools to be at our best. And so the only way we know is to go, 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 and do. And we're very often left energy drained. And I was this about 5 years ago, or even a little bit longer ago. And I decided that's not how I wanted to live my happily ever after. That's not what I had expected. I have a professional dream, but I also want to be a great mom. And so I realized back then that I had to go and create this person. If I didn't really have any role models. And so I had to go and use my science brain and start literally creating this person who was capable of having it all in an easy way, because I don't like hard, I don't like being busy, I don't like not having time, all that sort of stuff. So I like to make things easy. And so what I realized back then is that I had to be it before I see it. I had to be this version, I had to create this version of a person pretty much that could do it all. And so the second shift, yesterday I shared with you the first shift, which was all about moving from being externally controlled to being self-directed. The second shift has had the most profound effect on me, which is because the second shift is all about up-leveling your emotional leadership. What I mean by that is that we have no clue about our emotions. We know nothing. Very often, most of us are only capable of saying, I feel good, or I feel bad. I feel sad, or I feel happy. Those are about kind of the ones we get done. Or I feel frustrated and angry. But there's so many more. And we actually don't know how to express them. And before we even know there's an underlying emotion, we react to a situation that we afterwards then kind of regret. And so up-leveling your emotional leadership is first of all increasing your awareness about your emotional state, increasing your awareness about when certain situations happen, how do you feel about them? How do they make you feel? What are your stress triggers? What are your triggers in general, right? Where do your kids trigger you? Where does your husband trigger you? Where does your colleagues trigger you? Where does your boss trigger you? Where does your mom trigger you? You have to develop an awareness of your triggers, because triggers are the most beautiful gift. The most beautiful gift you can accept in your life when you understand how to use triggers. In every situation that triggers you, there is a beautiful lesson to learn, because every trigger is about you. It's never about the person or the situation that actually initiates the trigger. if you understand this, what will happen is you're going to clear a lot of the emotional gunk that is living inside of your body. Your body is the memory of your past. Your body literally stores all these memories using emotional patterns. And so that's why when we are about at the age of 35, like 95% of who we are routines. They are predetermined patterns that have been there. They're so hard to change. That's why we have such a hard time to change until you start using your triggers. And until you start using the tapping that I teach in the Rapid Anger Relief Mastermind. So you got to join our Rapid Anger Relief Mastermind. And I'm going to talk more about that because we're going to do a really beautiful relaunch next week. Because when you start using your triggers, I teach you how to clear those underlying emotions that actually hold you back, that literally keep you blind from seeing what you're capable of and what you're capable of doing, how you're capable of showing up for your children. You have so much more potential inside of you that today you might not realize, because there is this pre-programmed set of emotional memories stored inside of your body that basically creates the picture and your perception of every situation. So when your kids are like talking a lot, like they're using a lot of back talk, and they're being what you think is disrespectful, that's because what you've grown up to know. When you were a child and you talked back, it was considered extremely disrespectful. Whereas in reality, that's not at all what is going on. But you can't know that until you start turning the triggers around to you and understand, why am I being triggered? Why do this backtalk of my kids trigger me? Why does it trigger me that the guy that was working on the same project with me at work is getting promoted before I do, because I really should have been promoted? Why does it trigger me when my husband behaves a certain way with my children that I do not like, that I don't tolerate? When you understand that and you bring it back to you, you will find that emotional pattern that triggers a certain emotion, that triggers a certain reaction, that feels like it makes your life very hard. And it feels like you can't have all the things that you want. It feels like if something goes really well over here, something else over here falls apart. I have been through this, cycle so many times in my life that when things were going really great on my business front, my husband would be a jerk at home, or my kids would throw like the biggest tantrums, until I used it to really go and clear all that attachment that I had in my body, and that is reflected through the emotional memories. When you clear, that's when you become light. That's when you up-level your emotional leadership. That's when you become like 100% present of what is going on inside of me. It has nothing to do with me, but I know it's living here. I respect you. I accept you. I clear you out. And then I put in the emotions I want to have. The emotions that serve me, the emotions that do create the experiences I want to create. Because remember, nothing in your life that happens to you was not created up here or in here before. It all starts here or here. If you didn't think it, if you didn't feel it before, it's not going to happen. And so every time somebody triggers you, they are just your beautiful mirror of what you need to clear inside of you. So you can show up as a completely different person. You will be a completely different person that can truly lead herself no matter what is going on around her. Because that comes from the self-directed. No matter what is going on around you, you will be able to be strong at your core. You will be able to be resilient. And you will be able to hold that space that your children need. Because all the things you think right now about your kids, like, they don't listen, why are they back talking? Why are they giving me an attitude? They have an underlying emotional pattern. And you will only be able to understand that when you start clearing your own childhood wounds that have been put in there. You will be showing up as a completely different parent towards them. You will have a different quality of relationship with your parents. The same thing at work. You will be able to stand in your power to be your true authentic self because you have nothing to hide and nothing to lose because you've cleared it. You've cleared it. And that is really, really beautiful. It's really, really just freeing, you guys. It's amazingly freeing. I can't say it more and more and more. Because you will also develop this compassion for others and understand that even if somebody's being the biggest ass, they are doing it to protect themselves because they never learned a different way because they're running on an emotional pattern that was put inside of them. And they did not know a different way. So start with you. Start to up-level your emotional leadership. That's one of the key outcomes we provide in the Rapid Anger Relief Mastermind. It's one of the key outcomes that women who do this love. So come and join us. And before that, tune in tomorrow where I will talk you through the third shift to be it before you see it so you can thrive at home and in the office. And this is my favorite one. This has had the biggest shift, but the other one is super exciting because the other one is where you get to really create that person. All right, my loves, thank you for watching. Drop me a hashtag yes if you can relate to these things and start a conversation, ask questions, pop in here and pop back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to be back on Tuesday next week. I almost forgot. Tuesday or Monday. I'll see because we have a bank holiday coming up and a long weekend. So I might already pop in here on Monday. Mwah! Love you. Take care of you. Bye.